are planning a great World Cup, so hopefully now we can be the surprise package of the tournament and go far like we did in 2002. I don't remember much, there was only 10 at the time. I don't remember many of the players, but all I know is we can definitely win the tournament. It was a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise. I did not expect South Korea to offer me the job, and to be honest with you, I don't think they expected to give me the job. But at the same time, I didn't give them any choice. I just said, look, I'm going to be your new manager, whether you like it or not, and we're going to win the World Cup. Yeah, it's a major hurdle I'll have to overcome initially. Hopefully the backroom staff can do a great job and help me settle in as the new manager of South Korea. But like that, I have been doing my research, you know, trying to get to know a few player names, a few teams to watch. I listened to a football manager podcast by some guy called Gaffer Graemo. That seemed like very good. And then I also kind of got a book of notes to try and help me with all my research, you know. I think if you look here, you'll see that I've done a great amount of research and progress on the South Korean team. You know, it's been going fairly good, you know, but I was just wondering then, just, you know, the progress going well, but anyone have any swaps for Hwang? Anybody?
Yes, it's me, Gaffer Graemo, and welcome to World Cup 2018, where I am going to be in control of South Korea, see how far we can go.
Now, as manager of South Korea, tactically we are going to look two different variations, two different kind of approaches. One being a 4-1-4-1 approach. The second approach possibly being a strikerless approach. Our strongest players, according to our assistant manager, are on the wings. As you can see here, Hwang Min-son, Lee Jae-sung, and Hwang Hee-chan. These are kind of our strongest players, and they do play out wide. As you can see, it does take a bit of a look to try and find an out-and-out striker to be our best bet. And that down here you see is a defensive forward, Yoo Ju-an. Not a standout player for us really in the striker department. We are going to have an attempt of using a complete forward on attack in this sense. Out wide, we are going to look to use some wingers and put them on an attack duty to support that wide player. Fullbacks will be on supporting duty, and then we're going to kind of keep a standard back four in kind of shape. In the middle of the park, we are going to just use a defensive midfielder on defend. Our mentality is going to be really simple. We're going to play a counter-attacking system that is structured. The idea being trying to make it hard for our opponents to break down. We're going to use the offside trap. We're going to close down more. See how this works for us. Exploit the middle. Hopefully then on the outside what we'll have is a kind of an overload of wingers. We're going to use the width, going to bring it down to a fairly narrow setting. And in terms of passing directives, we are going to use a mixed passing. Individual then player stats, the goalkeeper is just going to be instructed to take short kicks. When we are attacking, going to allow for our fullbacks to push further forward. With this central midfielder on attack, we are going to kind of turn him into a bit of an advanced type playmaker, given the opportunity to dribble more and play more risky passes. While on this side, we're going to look for a bit more of a box-to-box midfielder. So we are going to allow him to press more, get further forward. Defensive midfielder, obviously, I might even go for more risky passes. Kind of a deep-lying destroyer there, possibly robbing an idea off some other members of the community. Now, our first game up is against Slovenia in a friendly. We then, in 4 days' time, we'll be playing Romania. And then the third friendly then is a World Cup warm-up just a week before our first World Cup game against Denmark. And as you can see there, our World Cup, we are in Group A of the World Cup alongside Russia, the hosts, Spain and the USA. So we've really kind of found ourselves in a tricky kind of situation here. So that's why we're kind of looking towards hopefully a deep lying system, kind of structured system to try and catch teams out on the break. So in our first game against Slovenia, this is how we are going to line up. Obviously, there are a few reds here, the likes of Huang He Chan out here on the wing. There obviously kind of are more kind of other players there who possibly form the role, but it's all about experimenting at this stage of proceedings. Now, what I've done in this game is the squad here has been picked by my assistant. It's the first squad I've picked in the game. So I'm hoping now that we can go out and get a positive result against a good European side.
So now we're into kickoff. Both teams have named strong starting 11s. We do see the Familia and All Blacking up. But here we go, and we kick off. Ball switches out to the left back, ball centre midfield forward. Now the strong wing plays we're looking for. Cross cleared out, and we are now forced back. Good to see the players recycling play and looking fast and looking forward towards the wings transition. Out wide ball in. Oh, deflected. Shot in, and it's a goal! We're seconds in, and we've managed to force an own goal. Yes! Yes! Good strong play. Unfortunate there with the header and a lucky deflection, I suppose you could say. And it's given us the lead here in Slovenia. Or the free kick out wide, looking to switch the play. Let's see how the midfielder stuck. Oh, full back, well done. Wayne off the so close, so close. Good start, lads. Well done. Now that we're in a defensive stage, let's see how we cope with this. Gaps in the middle, overlap, good block in the overlap on the wing again. Crossing, we're lucky there. Didn't deal with the wide play, but it's good first half from us. Really can't be complaining with how things have gone here. We did get that one goal, and it was good near post finish. And the second shot, which is off target. But we won't get too hung up over our first half performance here. Now on this passing combination chart, we can see our striker there is a bit isolated. There are kind of strong patterns along the flanks of the pitch. So we're just going to make a side tweak to our forward here now, to see if we can get him more involved in the play. We're dropping to that support duty. So we can see if they drop a bit deeper and get more involved in the build-up play as well as his contributions in the final third. So Slovenia kick off, and again the fullback plays in. We skip forward, now we have a free kick, ball into the middle, cleared away, well done. Complete forward is not pressing here, which is unusual, but we do see the midfielders putting on a good press. Now we get our complete forward. How can he contribute here? Looks wide to the wing, switches, great ball. Oh, forced a chance, but a good save then by the goalkeeper. Corner's coming in, and there's a penalty given. Can Huang make it? Oh no! Good save, goalkeeper. Can't capitalise on that lead. Now we switch to Serena, throwing out our left side to work the ball into the middle. Look to the channel. Oh, good save, keeper. Good ball down the channel. Slovenia didn't cope well. Final kick, free kick in, and it's cleared over the bar. We have our first 1-0 win, starting us off really well. Again, couldn't get that striker just involved in play, but it will be something we will need to work on going forward. So we can see we've made a good few changes now for our next game against Romania. So hopefully now we can go out and get a result in this really, really important game. More about performance more than anything else right now. So it's a good start, but now we have a goalkeeper kick. So let's see how we can progress to play forward now. So again, slow, patient build of play. Good use of exploit the middle, and then we have our wingers, those wide threats. Hanging a good ball in the box, second ball, how can we recycle it? And it's a stunning finish. So again, we're off to a flying start, 2 games in a row. That is an absolutely phenomenal finish from the left midfielder, giving us a great platform now to build on towards the rest of this game. So once again, we see here just a simple pass out and then phenomenal finish with the right foot. So right now we see that's how Romania coming forward. Patient build to play. We have the banks in the way. Good high pressure. The winger now finds himself in a 2-on-1 scenario. The fullback comes out to try and close the cross. Hacked away. Not very well. And again, further to force Romanians back in and give ourselves a bit of breathing space. But let's see if Romania can recycle the ball. There's a big switch now again, working the ball through the middle. Again, that winger is in gap of space. The striker makes a good run, and the actual cross trickles all the way in. So I don't know who you could blame there for a goal just like that, but it was kind of really poor. That initially all came from our poor clearance at the start. Didn't get our shape just right. Again, that winger found himself in a pocket of space. So you can see there between the winger and the fullback, and he's able to fizz a ball into the box that evades everyone and just drops into the back of the net. So again, the left side of Romania is worked to find an option here in the middle of the pitch. Dinks forward, and we're able to head it clear. Can we counter? No, the header wasn't good enough there. Romania do then fashion another good chance into the box, good header, but fortunately the woodwork was there for us, and it gives us an opportunity to counter now. Our injured complete forward, who's still having some issues in this game, able to find an option of a centre midfielder pushing forward, but the pass is poor, and it puts us straight in the back foot as a Romanian counter-attack comes through. Good clearance on the defenders, but again, we're not really going to get good control on the ball here. Our shape still needs to be a lot worked on, but that is a well-worked goal. Great finish again, the left winger. You see another example here of strong wing play in the game. Strong defense performance at all coming from, but it's simple little pass in and a good inside diagonal run, and it's what's given us the edge in a 1-0 win. Oh, sorry, a 2-1 win, winning by that 1-goal margin. The performance was much better. We still had the issues with the striker. We're still kind of struggling here. You know, despite the changes, everything else happened, we're just still not able to fill that large gap you can see there between our midfield four and the striker, especially in a central area. Now, a lot of the subs we're making here are just to try and freshen the game up, but as the game wears on, the chances that we get are few and far between. Player performances were much better, but we still do have those issues we've had all along. So the whole kind of purpose of the game then is like this. It's just keep the ball simple, retain it, keep a good shape and make it difficult for the opposition to break us down. And then it gives us an opportunity to counter in a quick sense through direct running from wide and a good forward option up front. So you can see there that's what we were able to do, Wang leading the way. Set piece wise, we do defend man and zone, but that'll possibly change after listening and reading from a lot of articles, a lot of posts, and a couple of podcasts even as well from the community, that, you know, it just often just makes sense to even just shake things up and possibly just use the zonal option, that it's possibly far more effective for Football Manager, especially in terms of the posts. So now it's a good example to see how we can counter. Now we've won the ball back from a long remaining ball. So it's the patient build of play, having an option in the inside with the exploit the middle instruction. It's the key. Those midfield players will be the key, but having the wider options will definitely make a difference in stretching the game. We do fashion a chance there, but it's not really of note. So again, let's see the build up play. We do have the wide winging options, and then the centre midfield is able to play the passes. Our striker here dropping very, very deep. So now let's see how we can get a threat inside the box. We don't have an overlapping fullback. We have central midfielders who are well capable of using the ball in those central midfield roles. And it does give us a chance that unfortunately we are just not able to make the most of. Do get a corner. The corner is put into the box, cleared at the near post. It wasn't a great corner. Recycling it, give ourselves half a chance there, but no one is able to capitalise and make the run. Good defensive line from those two boys at the back. You're able to cope well, and it's able to transition forward. Again, the passing, the connectivity in that final third is everything that we don't want it to be. Goalkeeper kicks it out, and that is game, set, and match to us. So it was a good performance. I think it's one that we can be happy with. We do have a lot of areas to work on, but we will have to wait till closer to the World Cup and Denmark to make those changes. But as I said here, we should be proud of that win, and it should be something that we go looking for tomorrow.